Hello my friends and welcome. Yesterday, March 11th, Season of the Slaughter started for Diablo 4. I decided to roll a Spiritborn and see what type of shenanigans I could get myself into to kick off Diablo 4 Season 12. Here's a summary of my progress and drops along the way. This leads all the way up to rolling my free mythic from the seasonal shards. If you enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It means a ton for the channel. Okay, this video starts off with an insane in-game build, just seconds into the fresh economy, ready to take on the most difficult content in Sanctuary. Oh wait, that's more like it. This journey starts off much as you might remember, as a moderately powerful Spiritborn just trying to eke out a simple living off the spare equipment strewn across the demon and infested lands. Here I take a look at some of my first rare bloodied items. I will admit I was immediately turned off by the in-game announcement of the kill streak, and just the names of the items in general. The Butcher boss fight harkens back to the days of old. I find the fight to be okay. I haven't attempted the Butcher enough with enough variables to tell how good the fight is. That is an issue with action RPGs, almost across the board I would say. This bleeds over into games like Borderlands as well. If character level and enemy level can vary, and scaling is done poorly or not at all, there seems to be quite a disparity in the overall experience from one example to the next. Of course, the development team intended a certain instance where it's safe to expect the player to be near or at level to fight the boss. Games like Sekiro, I think, have somewhat solved this issue, while still allowing the players to engage with leveling mechanics, and they can seek out additional power when they need to find a way forward that's guarded by a very difficult obstacle, aka Genashiro. What does this have to do with my Season 12 progress? I'll let you decide. I'm not going into great detail on the Butcher mechanic. It seems fun. The Slaughterhouse dungeons are great for gearing early on. I haven't tested them in the in-game whatsoever, as you'll see. I pick up some classic Penitent Greaves, very stylish. Soon into my run, I decide to tackle the Vault of the Crucible. This nets me some ash and skill points, I believe. I didn't actually study the benefits carefully, I really just wanted to open all the caches. I always try to grab the Grim Favors along the way. This cache option is different. Stay Fresh Meat Box. Yes, everyone, please keep your meat box fresh. It drops me a Harmony helmet, which I actually need for the build I'm trying. I'm roughly following along the Quill Volley leveling guide, but as soon as I can, I want to use Crushing Hands. It's my favorite Spiritborn skill, and it's sounding good this season. Let me know what you guys are running down below. Little bit of Butcher roleplay, excellent XP early on. The Blood Maiden is also great. Okay, after a short time, I take on the next Crucible dungeon, netting me some additional loot and ashes. At this point I hit level 60 and smash my first Torment 1 pit. On a whim, I decide to do a level 20 tower, and notice that this slides me into the top 50 Spiritborns. An elite. So I go cash in all my remaining seasonal rewards I have at the time for some equipment to give me a little boost. Maybe I can get in the top 10 tonight before all the tryhards get boosted and find and trade for GG gear. I find a nice Kepaleke rod, very good start. This easily gets me to rank 34. But to get on the first page, it's going to take more than one Kepaleke rod. I find a very nice ring. This is going to help out a bunch. I open the very last of the seasonal caches and grab my first Resplendent Spark. Half of one random mythic item. If you take 2 sparks to the blacksmith with 50 million gold, you can craft a mythic cache. When you open this cache, you receive 1 mythic item. In this clip, I take a load off in the middle of fucking nowhere for no real reason. I would guess I was resting up to fight Lilith. Killing her in Torment 1 or higher will net you another Resplendent Spark. I won't show you the earlier attempts where the spiky ground attack one-shots me repeatedly because I hate the Lilith fight. And also, why is it different every season? It's so annoying. Anyway, here's my 2 cents. Belial is a good fight. In recent memory, it's the only boss I enjoyed learning how to fight. This doesn't include the Butcher because I need more time to decide. Eventually Lilith goes down, I add another spark to my collection, which means it's time to get lucky. The truth of the matter is, I'm on a super lucky streak. so I'm really barely surprised when my best in slot armor piece drops. Okay, now I can get a couple of shattered prisms and some runes to put in the sockets, or can I? Okay, back to the tower. Tier 61 down, that gets me to rank 11 Spiritborn. So close. This was at 12:20 a.m. on the 12th, so we're cutting into my beauty rest a little bit here, guys. But I chug some Folgers, and I splash some on my face, and I teleport to Grigor and spend my one run worth of steel, and snag not only the Midnight Sun, but a nice upgrade to the gloves I'm wearing. I punched this dude a bunch of times to complete Tier 66 tower run. This upgrades my standing from top 50 elite to top 10 champion. So at 1 a.m. last night, for the fleeting moment, Perry Johnson was one of the top 10 Spiritborns in Diablo. Eat your heart out, Elon Musk. Hats off to everyone participating in the leaderboard. Pretty good bit of fun. It might be time to head back to Diablo 2 and get Alakazam to level 99. Regardless, I've rambled on long enough. Have fun and stay safe, my friends.